What's going on, you guys? TBR here, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another King of Fighters All-Star video. In today's video, we are going to be jumping back in to the SS Volume 5 banner and going for SS Terry. Now, do I have any big brain reasons as to why I'm doing this today as opposed to tomorrow when I'm due more tickets in my inbox tomorrow? Not really. In fact, they're all small brain reasons, and really it just boils down to the fact that I'm impatient and I want SS Terry. So what we are going to be doing today is we are going to be going back in on the SS Volume 5 banner. I'm going to be using up some tickets, and then we are of course going to be using and dipping into some of our rubies, unfortunately. So we are going to be going back in today, but before we get into all of that and more, make sure if you guys haven't already done so, you smash that like button and subscribe. Send some good vibes your boy's way. And let's get ready to get into another video summoning for characters. God help me. What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, like I mentioned in the introduction, we are going to be summoning on the SS Volume 5 banners again today, and we do have quite a few tickets here. So basically, for those of you who did not see the first summoning video, because this is the second summoning video in this series for this banner, that first time we went into this, we basically ended up just using our free rubies as well as some tickets. We ended up getting a Mary to A1, and we ended up getting a Mary finisher, and that is all we ended up with. So long story short, we really desperately want Terry. This is the priority of today's video. This is the character that I have wanted from this banner from the beginning, and this is what we are really going for today. Now, the other thing in here that is a bit of a lower priority is of course going to be Terry's finisher. Now, if I don't end up getting Terry's finisher on any of these tickets, which I have 3 multis worth of tickets right now for this banner, if I don't end up getting this guy, then what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to hold off for a little bit and kind of reassess closer to the end. But we'll see what happens. I'm planning on basically going to pity on the fighters today, so I'm probably going to end up spending around 11k rubies in total based on kind of what my math came out to. So that's kind of what I'm locked into at this point in my own head. But like I said, we do have tickets here. I could wait till tomorrow and get another multi for the fighters, but like I said in the introduction, I'm impatient. So with that being said, this is, like I mentioned, the second in our summoning series for this banner. So if you guys want to see the first video, link will be in the description. However, I've already spoiled it, so why bother? So with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and get into these banners. I don't want to do it, but we're going to go ahead. We're going to start with the tickets for the card banner. We'll see what ends up happening here. We'll just go ahead and do these one at a time. Deep breath. Praise Rico. Believe in the heart of the cards. And let's go ahead and get into it, you guys. Oh, man. So, yeah, I've been planning on going for Terry since the beginning, and I don't know where people got this weird idea from that I wasn't going to be going for Terry. For those of you who've been with the channel for any discernible amount of time, you know that I'm an enormous fan of Terry, so Fatal Fury in general is my jam, and of course we got nothing there, so that's lovely. Yeah, we've never gotten really anything on any of these tickets. I've talked about this before. We never get anything from tickets, like, at all. At all. Ugh. Okay. Not gonna lie, you guys. Your boy, really not feeling this banner. Really not feeling this banner. Even though we did get pretty lucky that last time, I just know that these tickets... Alright, well, we'll go ahead and get one more dead multi out of the way. Alright, please give me something, anything. It's red. That's at least a sign. Moo player is probably going to have an asthma attack. Moo freeze. Turn? Turn? Of course not. Troll. Absolute troll. Absolute troll. Okay, never mind. I didn't think it would be that easy. Okay, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and get into the fighter tickets here. It really would be nice to get lucky one time on these tickets. I know that's asking for a lot. It is red, though. Doesn't mean anything. Oh, jeez. Okay. That's kind of funny. That right there is kind of funny. All right. one last set of tickets, and then we're going to dip into our rubies. But yeah, I don't know why people thought that I wasn't going to be going in for Terry, because like I've always said, I'm a huge fan of Fatal Fury. Fatal Fury is my jam, so Terry was of course always going to be a character I was going to be going for. It just came down to being a little bit patient, although like I'd mentioned, I'm not that patient apparently. So alright, well, we ended up getting nothing on tickets as usual, so that's a huge surprise to everybody at home, I'm sure. So with that being said, now we get to go into our rubies, and like I'd mentioned before, we are going to be spending about 11k here, more than likely, because we're just going to go to the pity. I do have a generic memory for SS fighters as well, so that is something that I do have right now. So if I do end up getting Terry before the pity, that would be swell, but given the rates being such as they are, my assumption on this, we got a couple Terrys, but not the right Terry. My assumption on this is that this is probably going to go poorly, but you never know. You gotta believe in the heart of the cards, right? Worked for us the last time. Not necessarily as much. They keep trolling me. It's like, you're gonna get Terry stuff, but you're not gonna get the Terry stuff that you want. How about that? That's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. But yeah, so far Terry has proven to be an absolutely amazing monster of a character. I mean, we had already predicted when we broke down this update that these characters were going to be absolutely monstrous and absolutely meta, so, you know, it's not anything that's totally surprising. But when you take a look at the numbers that these two characters are putting up, in particular Terry, it's pretty impressive stuff. So in general, I am excited to get my hands on him and play around with him, if they decide to give him to me. But at the same time, one of the nice things about the way that the power creep, and this is one of the only nice things that you can say about power creep at this point, one of the nice things about the power creep is, I guess, that you really don't need high-level awakening versions of a lot of these characters anymore, because even at A1, this Terry's putting up ridiculous numbers, so I don't know that it's that big of a deal. However, it is always nice to be able to have them at a higher awakening level, especially considering the fact that while the power creep is one thing, there are of course going to be instances where you need to have CP at a certain amount, or so on and so forth, so the awakening level isn't like it doesn't matter, but at the same time, getting absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Good lord. How many do we got here? So 3, so we got about 7 multis left. About 7 multis left, you guys. So that is one nice byproduct of things. You know, if you guys have been seeing the numbers of some of these characters at low levels of awakening, then you would probably know exactly what I'm talking about. The fact of the matter is, characters today are at A1 are doing about as much damage or more damage than characters did at A5 a year ago. So it's definitely an indictment on what Netmarble has decided to do with the game at this point, but at the same time, pretty crazy stuff to see that it's still, even to this day. Yeah, if we could get anything at this point, that would be great. Absolutely just shafted. Good lord. This is where people in the chat that want to see me get shafted are jumping up and down. Which, believe it or not, those people exist. They are getting happier by the multi. Good lord. Alright, well, we got 4 left, you guys. 4 lowly multis to go. You know, this is what I do for you guys. This is what I do for you guys. Nothing again. I feel like we've gotten a couple of that Rio. I could be wrong, though. I haven't even really been paying attention. If it's not a fess, I don't even pay attention anymore. Oh, I got red. I got a fess. So it would be super clutch if this was Terry. And I'm not even going to bother lying to you guys and pretending like Mary would make me happy at this point. I guess to an extent. But alright, well, here we go. Please don't be off banner. Victory lap. Alright. Victory lap. Okay, awesome. Oh, man. Welcome to the team, buddy. Welcome to the team. Alright, well, we're gonna go to pity here and get another memory for you. We've only got 2 more anyway, so we might as well. Come on, be another fess. Nope. Nope. That's all right. That's all right. Okay, so we got 1 more here. Let's end on a high note. Let's end on a high note. Turn red. Okay. Now give me a fast. Oh, okay. 4, 5, 7. It's number 7, guys. Number 7. Be another Terry. That would be so clutch. Okay. Come on. Come on. Number 5. Number 6. This next one's it. What's it gonna be?
Nope.
Oh. How many off banners? How many times have I gotten her off banner? How many times, Netmarble? Too many. That's how many. Anyway, we got our pity ticket, so okay, cool. Well, so in summary, between this video and our last summoning video, we basically got 2 Marys, a Terry, and a Lady Clone Zero. Cool. All right, so that does it for that. Now we basically, so like for instance, if I were to go back in here, you guys, I mean, I'm still talking a lot of rubies, so I'm probably gonna wait on this. Like I mentioned, Terry already has a 3PG. I don't necessarily have to have the set, so I'm not that worried about that, although I would really like to have it. So it's one of those situations right now where I think I'm just gonna hold off on some of the rest of this stuff, and we do still have tickets that we're going to get tomorrow, which isn't gonna give us anything anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But at the same time, we do have the potential there, so however small that potential might be. But, you know, it's one of those things where I feel like we have, what, like, we have 14 days, 2 weeks left. I can easily wait that long, wait till like the last couple days and decide what I'm gonna do with the rest of this, but I think that that pretty much covers the summons. I'm pretty good on what I've got here. So, like I said, we have a generic memory as well. We'll build Terry in this video since I know this is going to be a little bit on the shorter end. So let's go ahead and do that. Man, I'm just glad to have Terry. I am just glad to have Terry at this point. All right, so with that being said, let's build him. So now I can go ahead and work on, for those of you who may or may not know, I am looking at potentially, at least they're calling for it, 6 to 10 inches of snow in the next 48 hours here where I live. So it's one of those things where I may or may not be bringing you guys footage of this character tomorrow, because if it's anything like the last winter storm that we had, there is the potential there that we could end up not having internet or electricity tomorrow based on previous history. But I will be trying to bring you guys footage of this character as soon as humanly possible. So that should be something for you guys to look forward to as soon as tomorrow. But we'll have to wait and see, like I said, with the weather. That's really going to be what it comes down to at this point, because the last time we even had, and the last time when we had bad weather, it wasn't even anything that was that big of a deal. And we still didn't have internet or electricity in my area. So one of those things, you guys, one of those things. So I need to salvage out my Terry dust real quick, because I don't want to use that. I want to use that on the exchange shop. As I've always told you guys, that is kind of what I do. All right, so got that part done. And now we can go ahead and build Terry. I did go ahead and take a look as well. I have a couple of Starlight Stones that work for Terry also that I can test on him. So that's something else that'll be pretty fun to test around with and see how I like it. But let's see, there's Terry. All right, now we need to, what? When was the last time I ever had to get any of this stuff? It has been, what was it, hard mode? Yeah, it has been probably over a year since I've done this. That's actually kind of funny. It's always when I'm on camera too, when this kind of stuff happens. Or it's like, oh, you need to do just some general maintenance crap. Let's hijack your video for the next minute to 30 seconds. All right. I'm gonna do this just in case. I don't care about the skip tickets. Does not matter to me. I have an entire inbox full of skip tickets at this point. All right. Hopefully that's enough. Okay. I was gonna say, Yeah, I don't know when the last time I actually had to get evolution items was. Moo Moo player, I'm blind. Good lord, what is happening? All right, it's like, it's a good thing I don't have a condition that would cause problems for. Okay, now that is over, I will be so glad when the PC port for this game, actually we need to do this. I'll be so glad when the PC port for this game is out and I don't have to worry about the various issues that all of these different emulators have. It's just annoying. There he is. All right. I am so psyched to have this character. And I still haven't written off the idea of going back in on that banner. I've talked about this part before, but I'm not a huge fan. I don't really care one way or the other about Mukai or Psyche. I've said that before and I'll say it again. I just did. So I'm not a huge fan of either of them, and being the fact that the popular consensus at this point is that they are going to be the next BS banner, which is going to probably be the banner after this. I would rather invest on this banner because Terry is Terry. So I really don't have any emotional attachment whatsoever to some of these other characters, I'm just saying, guys. So, okay. Now that we've done that, we can go ahead and do that. And if I were to go back in, I'd really just go back in for one more Mary, or one more Terry, rather, because I would want to get him to Awakening level 3. That's going to be my goal by the end of this banner. But at the same time, I do also need to consider a finisher in there, which I was really hoping that maybe we would thread the needle and get really lucky on those tickets, but that didn't end up happening, obviously, so no big deal. But I really wanted to make sure I got him sooner rather than later this week, because I want to take him in against Rugal. Actually, we'll just go ahead and do this real quick. Yes, I'm using the generic memory. Somebody's gonna be like, no, the generic memory. And I'm like, that's what it's there for, bro. That's what it's there for. It's to build up characters you like, or that you need. And I both like and kind of need him, so we're cool. We're all good, guys. We're all good. So, Awakening level 2. I'm not gonna be building up the stones or anything like that in today's video. We'll do that off camera, but the next time that you guys see me will probably be after I've done a lot of playtesting with Terry. I'm really excited to do so because, again, this character is one that I have been looking forward to, and I'm very excited to be able to play around with. So this ought to be a lot of fun, but in general, I think that should probably do it, you guys. Yep, so A2 on the Terry. I'm gonna go ahead and build stones and get to playtesting him. So with that being said, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, there may be a third volume to this series of videos. I don't know yet. We might end up going back in. I'm just going to wait till closer to the end to kind of get an idea of what I have and what I need. So with that being said, you guys, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Like, share, and subscribe. And until the next one, you all take care. Peace.
Continue.